Hey.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Jordan?
Pretty good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. I wanted to thank you and welcome you back to my podcast.
This is our podcast, me and you.
Both of us?
Mostly me, though. So, yeah.
Anyways, well,
Welcome
thank you for
to my
being a
podcast.
guest. Thank you for being a guest on my podcast. I have a quick question for you.
What do you got?
Are you interested in a podcast with interesting people telling their stories?
Yeah, I'm always interested in a podcast with interesting people telling their stories.
Well, then you should check out the Chaotically Intolerant podcast hosted by Alex Boyajian and Angel Ochoa. They're just a couple of college kids who want to help people share their experiences.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Well, not always. Because whether it's happy or sad experiences, we can all learn from each other.
That is true, honestly.
That's a completely true statement.
Yeah.
Well, if you're interested, you can find the Chaotically Intolerant podcast on all major podcasting networks, including Spotify,
I have
Apple Podcasts,
Yep.
and more.
I don't have that. I don't know what more is, but
You might.
I'll have to look it up. There it is.
That one right there. That was
Awesome.
not on purpose. Anyways, you can also find them on Instagram, Facebook, and buckle up. Are you ready?
I think so.
Soon to be on TikTok.
Oh, shit. They're going to be dancing and being weird. That's cool.
Hey, aren't we all?
We all are. Yep. Sounds good.
Hey, and with that being said, let's start the podcast.
Let's start the show.
Happy or sad, it's story time with two funny
Sawyer's like sleeping in the weirdest position right now. I feel like I should go put a blanket on him because I'm fucking freezing, dude.
Really?
There are icicles hanging from the tip of my fingers. Okay.
Oh, really? Is it cold there?
Not really, but in this basement,
Yeah.
it's fucking.
Basements do be chilly.
They do be, dude. Do be.
Do be.
And I'm like, I'm in this dungeon. Oh. Hold on. He's sleep talking. I got to take care of this.
All
Give me a
right.
sec. All right. We'll see, dude. I don't know. When he's like, Sawyer does this thing, he gets half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like half wakes up and he's so fucking pissed, dude. He cannot contain it. Literally, I thought he was talking to me. He's just like, dirty. He's like turning purple. I'm like, can you lay on your pillow? Try to push him back. He's like, no. I'm like, Jesus, fucking okay, fine. Fall off the fucking bed. I don't give a shit.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like that most mornings, so
that's totally fair.
it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Actually, today, Steph, I woke up and like I typically like will like snooze a couple times just because I'm exhausted. But
Yeah, of
Steph
course.
today, because I was like had like 6 days in a row where I was like frantically running around trying to get out of the door.
Yeah.
She like woke up like 10 minutes before that period of time normally happens, and she like shook me and she was like, you gotta get up.
Come on, bud. You can do it.
And literally I was like, you're right, I can do it. It's Friday, let's fucking do this shit. Oh yeah, we're recording Friday, everyone. I don't know if that matters to you.
Doesn't matter to me.
The Giants
for sure.
lost yesterday, which was
Ooh.
I don't know. I just watched. I just wanted to prove that it is Friday because we could say
Oh, yeah.
it's any day, you know.
Yep. I keep thinking that Jarrad's a Giants fan.
He is.
Oh, I thought he was a Braves fan.
Well, he's a Braves baseball fan.
Oh, the New York Giants. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Because, I picked fucking Washington.
Oh.
I'm not an idiot. So
Yeah, that was an interesting game. It's welcome back, everyone.
yeah.
Welcome,
Hey, everyone.
welcome back.
Welcome to the
Thanks for
podcast.
sticking with us. I mean,
I don't know how long
through
you've been
thick and
listening,
thin.
but
yeah,
I stopped listening 4 minutes ago. So.
I stopped listening literally like 38 episodes ago.
Yeah,
as a
straight up.
fan, and now I'm just like aggravated most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. Episode 47, bro.
Oh my gosh.
We are
That's
3 away
insane.
from whatever that number.
The
would
big
be.
5-0.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Maybe we should have Sawyer on for our 50th because he's pressing me, dude. He's like, when am I going to be on the podcast?
He's like, Steph's been on twice. What the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing?
He's like, I'm almost as tall as her, so.
Sorry, everyone. I have a tiny cold.
You got the Rona?
No, I don't. No, I don't. It is funny though because I've heard that about 80 bajillion times over the last 3 days. No, I just got like a nasally voice, and it's also like deeper than normal. Like this morning, I was hoping to get pulled over just so I could be like, "What?" Like I don't know.
What's up, officer? Yeah, you're singing like all the songs 2 octaves lower.
Well, like I just felt awkward. Like if I say anything right away, it's gonna be jarring because my normal voice isn't that deep. But I was like, "Morning." It was not good.
Thank God, because listening to your voice is usually tough. At least now there's a little bass in it. So.
Have you gotten any feedback about your voice besides Jarrad telling you that you sound like Nick Swartzen? Which, sure, I guess. I don't know.
In my life, you mean?
No,
since the
for the podcast. Yeah, obviously you've sang your whole fucking life. Everybody loves you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm saying like your speaking voice on mic, has anybody said anything to you?
Not really, besides the Nick Swartzen thing, no.
Somebody told me, they were like, you got a good radio voice. And I was like, what? No, I had no idea. I was like, really? I'm like, I feel like I'm weird.
Did they say you have a face for radio?
It could have been both. It could have been both. You know what? They probably said that and then backtracked. And I was too confused to understand any of them. So
they're like, with that voice, you've got a face only your mother could love. So.
All right, episode 47.
Yeah, we're here.
We thought long and hard on this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a request from somebody.
Do not fold to that pressure. This is our podcast, okay?
No, I feel like, I mean, you're right, I guess. But if we do, I mean, then we can actually like talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And we do have to foster the relationships that we have with my replacement. And, I'm really happy for you. And that being said.
Okay, so.
Who is it, Jordan?
Our friend Jarrad.
Jarrad.
He requested that number 47 be the Tom Glavine episode.
Who the fuck is that, Jordan?
He's a pitcher for the Braves. I don't know, long time ago.
Wait,
back when like umpires were like blind, like literally.
Yeah.
Tom Glavine, fucking John Smoltz, and fucking Greg Maddux. They were like the 3 best pitchers of all time because the fucking umpires were like, yeah, 6 inches on either side of the plate is a strike. Let's fucking
whatever you want. Yeah.
But no, really, he requested it, and I think, honestly, we can do that for him. You happy, Jarrad? Are you finally happy,
Jarrad? No. It's cool. It's like first, he showed up into your life.
Sure.
On a whim.
Yep. On purpose. He definitely sent us a fake package.
Yeah, for sure. Have you checked the handwriting? Do you remember what it looks like? You should.
I should have.
So he walked into your life and, stole my best friend and my haircut and why not my fucking podcast too?
Oh,
Jarrad.
Yeah.
Why don't you just take over, bud?
Jarrad.
You guys could record it right there in the girls' room. Who came up with that? Fucking Jarrad. Why not?
It's actually a really funny story. Why we keep saying the word Jarrad that way. We were in traffic one time, and because Jarrad and Kristen drive us everywhere, we were in the back seat, and there was like a stoplight, a car, and then us. So you know what happens when the green light happens and nobody moves? It's like, hey, beep, beep, hey, come on, let's do this.
Yeah.
Well, the car in front of us didn't do that. And so the car in front of them didn't move. And for like 49 seconds, like all 3 of us were just in one line. And eventually it started to move, right?
Yeah.
And we were all like, what the hell just happened? I don't know. And he's like, I don't know. They didn't go. And Steph was sitting in the back seat and she was like, yeah, I'm surprised we didn't beep. Jarrad. It was the fucking funniest thing of all time.
Oh my
and now it's all we say, honestly. Every time he could do anything nice. He could like cure cancer. And we'd be like, way to go, Jarrad.
Thanks for co-signing on my car loan, Jarrad.
Yeah, so the Tom Glavine episode, we're going to go with that today.
I wonder if, like, never mind.
I honestly tried to find a different Tom, like Tom Schlavin, so that it would almost be it, and then, but there's not a lot of good 47s that at least have anything to do with us.
I've given up completely. You just have handled it the last 2 weeks, so honestly, thank you so much. Jarrad, for giving us a suggestion.
Yeah, honestly, anybody else got a suggestion? For sure, just let us know.
Send
no Packers, no White Sox. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, true.
Speaking
did
of
you
that,
see there's what?
I mean, football. The Bears.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to talk about it, did we?
They had they tried. You know, they definitely tried.
They really did their best. And that's the saddest part of everything, you know. The red bottle rocket got out there and threw some completions.
Yeah, he definitely
completed passes.
Didn't disappoint me.
Yeah,
he didn't wow me really.
Well, yeah.
He threw like every pass under 12 yards. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. The whole time they're like, the Rams are just begging you to run the ball and pass it short. And I'm like, okay, can we not completely diminish the fact that we just got a 7-yard pass over the middle?
Can we just talk about how your relationship with Chris Collinsworth and whoever is doing the game, honestly, is directly related to how well your team is playing. Like, if your team's winning, Chris Collinsworth's hilarious. He's got fucking points.
Loved that guy.
He's fucking
in the
great.
Early 2000s, dude.
When your team is losing and is not performing well at all, you're like, everything he says, you're just like, fuck you, Chris. How about you don't know? You don't know what happened. They went to halftime with a plan, and they came out, and they're trying their best, Chris.
And they're doing their best. Hey, Chris, with your normal-sized midsection and your incredibly long arms and legs, so you could be a wide receiver when white people were still fucking allowed to play that position.
Julian Edelman, Cooper Kupp. That's it. All right, cool.
That's it. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth. Yeah. Those are the three. So,
yeah,
it's a little tough to sit there and listen to him talk some shit, but he's not even. That's the hard part. No. It's like you have to be able to look inside yourself and be like, oh, what's that? A broken heart, because the Bears are gonna suck for as long as I can remember.
He's literally just like, the football is oval, and I'm like, first of all, shut your mouth. It's not an oval. It's like an oblong spheroid, you know, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. If you tape two fucking pyramids to a ball. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
It hurt is what. We're just trying to let you know, Chris, that it hurt.
Yeah. It hurt us.
And we didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now we have to play the Cincinnati Bengals this week.
Easy win, bro. Easy.
I don't know, dude. Joe Burrow. They've got some good wide receivers.
Nah.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. I watched the game with those fellows, right? And turns out one of them was one of the people that I thought they might be. And not a bad thing. Fun to watch. Although he does have like these orangutan hands that
you work with?
Yeah.
That you watch the game with?
Fucking clap so fucking loud.
Oh, no. No.
It was almost impressive to me, honestly. I was like blinking every time because it was just so damn loud. But, you know, I don't know. Justin Fields came out and ran like a 3-yard fucking like option, and he was like, whoa, bam, bam, bam. And I was like, okay, wow. He is
like your face is rippling with every clap from the sound wave.
Did you I'm gonna jump all over the place here. When we were in band, we played trumpet, so you kind of sit like right in front of like the percussion section.
Yeah.
In most cases. Every time there was like a snap of a snare drum, I would fucking flinch. Like it was just so fucking loud to me, I couldn't handle it.
Dude, heaven forbid there was a crash cymbal, because like give me some timpani all day.
Yeah.
Hit that bass drum. I'm all about that bass. No treble.
Yeah.
But yeah, you hit that fucking tight ass snare drum. Marching band too, if you got put in front of the drum line, it was like get me out of here. I was a tuba, so I got to be in the back.
I never got used to it. I was in band for like 10 years. I never, ever got used to it. I would fucking blink every time because it was just so loud.
Yeah.
I'm sure like the conductor was like, okay, he's having a seizure. I don't know what's happening. I hope he fucking figures it out because we're in the second movement here. So
has it been 30 seconds? Has it been a minute? Should I call an ambulance?
So what's been going on, man? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all. Fuck.
You're not,
bro. This is brewing.
You're not yes-anding me right now. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Because life sucks. You know what I'm saying? I'm all alone. Nobody loves me. So I just got back from kind of a dinner party type thing in Chicago. We did a roof of a beautiful apartment building in Logan Square. It was super fun. I took Sawyer with, which was like cool, but also super fucking stressful because you realize that like after the age of 3, kids like aren't fucking cute anymore to people, you know? And like, so Sawyer's like jumping around and screaming and kicking balloons, and like that doesn't bother me at all. I want to be jumping up with him, but there's like people that I'm only acquainted with, and they're like similar to the claps. Like he's like laughing the most shrill. Like he knew he was trolling us.
Oh yeah,
he was like. I'm like, Jesus, kid, it wasn't that fucking funny. All right, Uncle Pat isn't that funny. I've known him for a long time, and not to mention the fact that, like, I was already feeling anxious about the whole thing because, you know, when you take your kid to a party, it's like kind of, especially when no one has kids. Yeah. Except for one couple who was there who is the nicest ever. They've got a 5-month-old. He's super fucking cute.
So naive. They don't even know what they're getting into.
Well, more than that, like Sawyer can't compete with a 5-month-old.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
That's like putting the Red Rocket up against Pat Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, "Oh, look at this cute kid." Did he just hit him in the face with a balloon? This fucking Sawyer kid. Get him out of here.
Seriously. And it's the worst part is like Sawyer can't help it.
No,
you're just a
he's
kid,
just having
man.
Fun.
You suck as a kid. You can't control anything. I can't remember a single moment as a kid where I was like, what would be the appropriate response to this? Yeah. It's just fucking go, fucking knock things over, yell, run around. Like you're just
he's like trying to climb up on the ceiling over I'm like, can you please stop? It's like, it makes sense why my dad had a drinking problem because he just fucking took me everywhere. He's like, oh, shit, I better get drunk. Can't listen to this kid scream anymore.
I actually thought about something today. Does Sawyer ever like lift himself up on stuff? Does he ever do that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I used to like, if there was like a counter and a chair, I would like lift myself up and like swing. I used to do that all the time. That was like my favorite fucking thing to do for some reason. I don't know why.
Did you bust your fucking head open?
I busted my face one time, because I like went to like swing and my hand like slipped and it was just like woo, right into like the fucking counter. And my mom was
Makes
like,
sense.
See, you're gonna have a podcast in 25 years and
you're gonna tell this fucking story. It's so weird how you look at things and think about things now that you're a parent, because it's like I'm just constantly terrified something bad's gonna happen. Sawyer's mother and I have been on great terms recently.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really don't want to fuck that up. And we were just commiserating over
mentioning it on the podcast is probably a good way to keep that going. So
yeah, well, that's why I said Sawyer's mother. I'm not trying to say her name, just let her be anonymous. But we were just commiserating over like there was a fire drill at school today, or like the fire alarm went off, and the first time it happened, Sawyer came home and was like, I got like a weird feeling in my belly. I was nervous, this and that, and like. So she was like, hey, will you just check in on him? I got an email that the fire alarm went off. So same thing again. He's like, yeah, I just felt weird. I was like a little scared. And so we're like talking about how sad it is and how fast he's growing up. And she's like, and don't even, like, I hate the fact that he's at school. Don't even get me started on school shootings. And I'm like, don't fucking say that, please. I just watched like 3 firsthand accounts of the Columbine shooting because why not?
Yeah.
It's like I'm already depressed. Why not fucking just sink down in that hole, lean into it a little bit?
For sure.
And it's so scary, man. It's so scary.
For real. I think I would be the same way. I couldn't handle. I had somebody tell me one time that like generations change based on like how their parents were. Yeah. So like you might be like a little protective, rightly so. Fucking there's lunatics everywhere. But like Sawyer, when he grows up and has a kid, he might be like, fucking my dad was all over my ass. Go fucking have fun, have a great time.
Yeah.
But then Sawyer's kid, when he grows up, will be like, my dad let me do whatever. I got into some shit. You're not fucking doing anything.
Straight
so
up,
it like
dude.
literally just like changes every generation. And I don't know, man. That's crazy. I can't do it.
My dad's dad was really fucking tough.
Really?
Like a little too tough. Like I'm not going to get
Yeah.
into specifics on the podcast, but
Yeah.
a little too tough. And so, yeah, I look back on it, and my dad, I don't know if
He was
just trusted
pound for
me.
pound the best dad of
The
your
best of ever, dude. He just like let me do whatever I wanted, but also held me accountable.
Sure.
Which I try so hard with Sawyer, but I'm like, no, don't put your weight on your left foot. Equally distribute it between your 2 feet. Are you kidding me, Sawyer? Equally distribute your weight.
Do you want uneven calves when you're 30? Fucking figure it out.
Look at my calves, Soy. I think you can trust me on this one, okay? And so I like try so hard just to like let him live his life, but it's so tough.
Yeah.
And I also think about the fact that like I had some trauma growing up. Like I don't want to overuse the word. I know that kind of gets thrown around a lot.
Sure.
But I dealt with some shit growing up, okay? Yeah. And I feel like that has a lot to do with the kind of person that I am. I'm a people pleaser, you know? So I was a certain way in school. I like stood up for the quiet kids that got bullied, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid that since I'm just like a pretty good dad that doesn't really do anything bad, Sawyer's going to grow up and be like spoiled rotten or something. He's going to be a piece of shit. So,
dude, can you imagine having a piece
started
of shit
drinking.
Kid?
Oh,
dude,
there was an incident.
Go ahead. No.
Well, the first day of school, Sawyer came home and he's like, yeah, this happened where we were like fake fighting with this kid and like we kicked him so hard and it didn't even hurt. And I'm like, what really happened?
It was
the
teacher. We were beating his ass.
Seriously. I'm like, tell me the whole fucking story. And so finally he was like, well, we were playing and we didn't really ask him if we could hit him hard, but then we did. And I was like, you listen to me, you little shit. Don't be a fucking bully. You better go to school tomorrow and apologize. He was like, okay, can I? And he was like, then he was sweet boy. He's like, should I give him my favorite stuffed animal? What if I gave him $1 to say sorry? I'm like, just fucking say sorry. God damn it. And they're besties. So obviously it wasn't that bad.
He like gives him your phone. Here.
Yeah. I'm like, what? That kid does not want to look into my phone. There's some shit. All right.
Yeah. So Steph and I, we both know each other's like phone passwords because we both need it at times because we're both idiots and we can't find our phone sometimes.
You trust each other? Yeah.
Dude, there's like, I can't imagine. I think about this all the time. Like when she grabs my phone to do something, I'm like, I don't have anything to worry about. Like, because I'm not a fucking terrible person. I can't imagine that feeling of being like, oh, fuck. Please don't go into that folder. Like, please don't look at my photos. Don't swipe. Oh, fuck. It's over. It's over.
I don't get it, dude. It's crazy. I have my coworker at work, and hopefully he's not listening to this with his girl right now because we just send each other TikToks of just sexy ass bitches, dude. Just like nonstop.
Yeah.
And so, but if she's around, if we're all the three of us are working together, I don't send it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to look out for him.
You know what's funny about that? I save TikToks for Steph to watch because I think some of them are fucking hilarious and she needs to see them. But I show them sometimes like the ones that you send me, and I'll throw it up on the TV. Yeah. And like everyone that you send me is probably like, I don't know, maybe 1 out of every 9. There's like an attractive girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even doing anything. It's just like a girl explaining how to fucking repair your car or something.
Exactly.
Something that's like a funny, cool video. But Steph was like, what's going on there? And I was like, I don't know. That? Robbie's got issues. I can't control what he sends me. So
yeah, just blame me. It's worked this far. You know what I mean? We've gotten this far with it, so it's fine.
For sure.
I'll take it. I'm happy with that.
No, Steph's amazing when it comes to like anything like that. She's like, whatever, boys will be boys. I'm like,
she's like, look at the cans on that honeydew.
Yeah, dude,
you know?
my favorite thing in my life is when we're at a place and somebody walks in with like some bazongas.
And I was hoping you were going to say it.
I'll be like, oh my Lord. And she'll be like, what? I'm like, turn around in like 5 seconds and just like 10 o'clock. Just 10 o'clock. And you'll see, and she'll have the same reaction because I'm like, how does she hug anyone? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, seriously. Smother me to death. But anyway, it's fine. I'm not lonely. But anyway, yeah. So that's been my week, just work. I'm trying to think if anything else interesting has happened. And pretty sure I saw a drunk driver on the way home. He just was driving real weird. And then I almost called the cops. Mm-hmm. But then I was like, no, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. So I just drove as fast as I could.
You know, I have 2 stories about that. One time my dad called the cops while all of us were in the car following literally like hooligans. Like they were doing the Chinese fire drill thing, and like there's nothing that can like make a dad more mad than that kind of thing.
Chinese fire drill is like so chill, dude, too. It's not even that big of a deal.
Holy shit. They were like throwing shit out the window, and
did they get out of their car?
Obviously swerving. Yeah. It's a green light. What the fuck? Yeah. So my dad called the cops, and we had the fucking shitty ass cell phones, so he kept like losing signal. And then they also, like, as we were following these people, because they were just driving like lunatics, we kept crossing over into like Cook County versus Lake County, and they kept like transferring my dad to like the next. And so a couple things about my dad. Not a fan of hooligan drivers, and the littlest thing, like accidentally going over a county line and having to talk to another police person, both set him off. He was fucking so furious.
Can you just tell him what I said? What? I'm waiting on hold for like 30 fucking seconds.
3-way call, you fucks. Like it was seriously. It was really funny. But we ended up like getting those people like in trouble or something. So
nice.
When I
score one for dad.
When I still had the Corolla, I remember hearing or probably rating it on like Reddit or something that if you like help pull somebody over, you can get like reward money or something if it's like a real thing. Don't know where I heard that from. Probably like a movie or something. But I was driving home one time and there was a car that was really swerving, and I was like, I could use $75. Like I could definitely. And so I called and was telling them what I was feeling. Hey, the guy's swerving. It's a blue Mitsubishi, whatever. And they were like, okay, we'll just follow him until we can get an officer out there. And then I started to feel like terrified because I was like, what if they realize I'm following them? Because I'm not. It was like the middle of the night. And I was like lane for lane with them. Like every time they switched, I was like, all right, got to get over it. And we eventually, it was over by like Cedar Lake Road where like the Domino's is. I think that's Cedar Lake.
Okay. No, it's not, but that's fine.
Whatever it is.
I don't know.
There were like apartment buildings. And so I followed them into those apartment buildings, and they like yelled out the window at me because I'm sure they knew. I was probably like, I don't know. I was probably like 19 maybe. Yeah. And the person on the police phone was like, hey, you're going to meet an officer, and then you can tell him what happened. You can tell him where they went. So we met at the Domino's parking lot, and the guy's like, what's the problem? And I was like, these guys were swerving. Any sort of
like the cop was going to be like, hold on a second. Is your name Jordan Field? All right,
Yeah.
$75. Here you go, bud. Thank you.
But no, he was like, all right, I'll check it out. And that was the moment I was like, I could never be a cop because that would be fucking terrifying.
That's scary, dude.
I wouldn't have done it if I was a cop, and I would have said that. I would have been like, I'll take care of it, and then I would have just went somewhere else because I'm not about to just one-on-one against fucking 13 people that are probably angry that a 19-year-old idiot was following them in their car.
Dude.
And God knows what they were doing in that car. I have no idea, but
I have some crazy fucking stories my dad told me over the years.
do we have time for all of them?
No, I could tell one.
You can start a separate podcast.
Yeah, literally, honestly. Okay, this is probably one of the craziest ones he ever told me. All right,
Sure.
So it's relevant right now. So
Sure.
my dad had he worked in Round Lake back when, like, before the gangs that we know today, it was biker gangs. And he always told me, he's like, listen, you think that these gangs are scary? Sure. He's like, bikers are fucking scary. He's like, they'll just like murder you in cold blood and then just ride off into the sunset. They don't give a shit, with chains wrapped around their hands.
Literally
and
ride
like,
off into the sunset.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like, why? I'm 7. Why are you telling me this? And so he pulled over these 2 bikers, pretty stoic, pretty quiet, you know, and they stopped and they talked for a few. And my dad was a pretty good cop, I think. He was like, I think I mentioned it in his fucking idiot, but like people trusted him. He wasn't just out to write tickets and fuck up people's days. Like he really was there to make a difference,
Yeah.
He had a hard childhood and he kind of became a cop to like spite his father.
Sure.
And so it was like, I don't know, for that reason he was like, I'm gonna be the best person ever.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Despite my father, I just ate too much pizza, about 400 fucking pounds. But yeah, seriously, if everyone thought that way, but they don't.
It'd be awesome.
And my dad was confident. That's a huge part of police work. And I'm not going to go off on a tangent here, but I feel like a lot of the issues is that, when someone is scared or insecure, they act quickly sometimes. And that might be pulling a trigger. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And anyway, so he pulls these guys over. Turns out it wasn't that big of a deal. He let them go. It's 2 bikers in Round Lake. Fast forward like 6 months or I don't know, like always, down the line. And he pulls over this work truck and he walks up and my dad speaks some Spanish. They were speaking Spanish to him. And he was basically like, can I, get a license? And the guy he could smell booze on the guy's breath. And he's like, all right, if you don't have any identification, I can tell you've been drinking. I need you to step out of the car for me. There's like 6 dudes in this car, right? So the driver gets out of the car and he hears the other side door open and the back doors. And these 6 dudes get out of this work truck and are kind of like hungry dogs waiting to eat, They're like looking at my dad like, what the fuck do you plan on doing,
Sure.
And they're kind of like backing him down. And my dad's like, listen, guys, don't make a mistake. I need you to get in your vehicle and I need you to chill the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
And just when things seemed like they could not get any worse, he hears a rumble behind him. The 2 fucking bikers that he had let go show up on their hogs and are like, oh shit, what's up, Officer Bach? Help him arrest all 6 of these fucking fuck. I swear to God. This is like in the 80s in Round Lake, dude.
That's
it's
so
fucking
crazy.
insane. And it's just like by the skin of his teeth. Just the luckiest man alive. My dad could have died that night.
I felt like you were gonna be like they were gonna show up and just be like, hey, shoo, get them out of there or whatever. But the fact that they helped them arrest them,
fucking arrest them, yeah. At least the guy, like at least he got him in there, and my dad arrested the guy. But
that's hilarious.
So many crazy stories,
dude.
Man,
that's crazy. We're at a half hour.
Thank God, because I'm trying really hard to hold it together. I'm fucking exhausted, bro.
All right, half hour in. It's time.
All right, let's do it
for the fucking idiot of the week.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
That was the best one you ever did, I think. That was a good one.
I agree.
You had a character in your voice. Yeah. I could feel it.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
Your classic Nevada accent.
Good old fashioned, Reno, baby. All right, I'll go first.
You got to go first. All right, get it out of the way.
From the sound of it, yours is, what do we call it, Jordan?
I think we call it a banger.
Banger. All right, let's do it. So this came out September 13th. So last Sunday was a very special birthday for somebody.
Okay.
We talked about it last week. We honor our troops.
Mm-hmm.
We love the guys who sacrifice for our country. And back in World War II, Lawrence Brooks served in the Army. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he just celebrated his 112th birthday.
Dude,
okay?
That
and
is too long.
Too long. I mean, exactly. And we'll get there, but first of all, Lawrence Brooks, it's an old as fuck name, right?
Sure.
That guy, you hear the name, you're like, all right, 112 sounds a little young for him.
He knows how to make things out of leather. I feel like.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Dude, with just a blade or something.
He's got a leather apron on at all times.
I know you like Hamilton a lot. I'm pretty sure they reference this guy in Hamilton. You know what I mean? He was born in 1908.
Oh.
I think. Something
So
like that.
he's seen 2 Cubs World Series.
Yeah, good for him, honestly.
What a lucky bitch.
Everything else, absolutely work it. Oh, never mind.
Uh-oh.
This guy sucks. He was born in 1909.
Well,
Larry,
we were going to pick him, but it's
honestly,
over with.
fuck that. No, okay, so in the past, the New Orleans Military Museum has hosted parties for him to celebrate him because he's the oldest living World War II veteran.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, obviously, with coronavirus, they couldn't, and so they threw him a huge fucking parade, like a Jeep parade, and in Louisiana, them boys get down on a tuba and a bass drum and a trombone.
Sure.
So they did a whole musicians parade down the street in front of his house and celebrated his life. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it's just hats off to Lawrence for, I guess, living that long and for serving our country. And really, we know nothing about him. He's black as well. He's a black guy.
Think of all the shit that he's seen in his life.
Holy cow.
From I don't know, 1920 on, basically.
Yeah. He's 11.
Women got the right to vote.
Just don't remind me,
dude, that was the golden age. I feel like.
Hey, don't be intolerant. All right.
No, I'm not gonna be.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
But yeah, like you were saying, too fucking old, dude. I don't want to be 112.
That's really, really old.
I'm trying to live to 81.
Can somebody push me down the stairs, please?
Please.
Can somebody
pretty please.
Just give me too much X-Lax or something. Just do something.
He doesn't have the energy to hurl himself down the stairs because his body is so frail. Okay?
You know what? I've seen a couple people that are 105 and for some reason are taking walks every day and somehow they have the energy. I don't have that energy and I'm not 105.
The only person I've ever known that was 100 personally was my cousin's grandmother, not related to me. And she started smoking when she was 11 and smoked 2 packs a day her whole life. So
she was like, "Happy birthday to me."
To me, motherfucker. It's okay, Joey Diaz. Relax. Happy birthday to me, motherfucker. Cocksucker.
My brother, I think when you guys, did you go with them to see the Rogan and Diaz?
Back in Chicago, years and years and years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. My brother told me that Joey Diaz, before he came out, put his head out through the curtain or whatever, and was just cocksuckers, and the entire crowd fucking laughed.
I'm trying to remember if it was that show or if it's a video recording of him I've seen where he walked out on stage and was like, "I'm too fucking high, I don't remember my set," and just talked shit for an hour. I'm pretty sure it was that night. But
I think when you get to that level of fame, you could just be even more experimental if you wanted to be.
It's such a bummer because I feel like with, my maybe you, but mostly my personality, if I was famous already, I would just be getting more and more famous.
Yeah.
But I just can't break through the ceiling.
Yeah.
It's that glass ceiling holding this white
son of a bitch.
White fucking cis male back,
All right. My fucking idiot.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Is another kid. I've picked like kids like so often. Not for any reasons other than I just think that the stories are interesting, but I think it's like 3 or 4 kids in a row, I feel like. I don't know.
That's a weird sentence to say, but
why?
Just for anyone
what
listening
would be weird
and
about
not
that?
watching,
yeah.
I'm giving Jordan a pretty suspicious look right now. So,
all right. This kid, his name is Harvey Sutton.
Fucking kids.
Cool,
Go ahead, Jordan.
Cool fucking name. Harvey Sutton.
Yeah, Harvey Sutton. That's nice.
Him with his parents, Josh and Cassie.
That was cool.
They crossed the entire Appalachian Trail together.
What?
Fucking Harvey's 4 years old.
What?
He turned 5 in the middle of it. Dude, it took them 209 days to travel 2,100 miles through like all sorts of weather and bullshit. They would do like 13, 14 miles a day.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. Like, for anybody to do that, it's like crazy. First of all, I don't know how you get PTO for your job to be off for that long.
209 days.
Fucking long ass time.
They don't have jobs, dude.
They left Virginia last year to do it, and they just did it,
Holy
basically.
shit.
And, yeah, dude, such a fucking crazy story. I can't think of anything cooler than taking like a giant leap and doing something as a family. But I can't imagine doing anything with a fucking 4-year-old for 209 straight days.
No, absolutely not.
I feel like I wouldn't take a 4-year-old to the mall for an hour and be like, oh, I'll do this again. Like, no, dude, 209 days. That bitch didn't walk all those days.
Oh, no, definitely not. Listen, I'm a single dad, and on Saturdays I drop Sawyer off, and I'm fucking depressed for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
And on Sunday and Monday, I'm like, this is kind of nice. You know what I mean?
Tea time?
Tea time? You want to play some golf?
Dude, 209 days. Just imagine walking with Sawyer, not even in like a terrain, like up and down, just fucking on a track for 209 straight days without him being like, is there going to be Wi-Fi soon?
Yeah. Do you know how many times he asked me how long it's going to take to get home tonight from Chicago to Lake Villa? Imagine fucking being like 209 days. And he's like, how about now? It's like 208 days, 23 hours, and 45 minutes. Shut the fuck up, okay? Who hates themselves and their significant others enough to sign up for that trip?
I told Steph, I was like, I don't think most marriages would be able to handle that, let alone throwing a kid in there that's turning 5 in the middle of it. Like, I don't know. I thought it was a cool-ass story, but also, what the fuck are you doing, parents? It's borderline child abuse, honestly.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
There's 2 options here. Either one, they're fucking vagrants, and they had nothing better to do.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we've got 209 days. We might as well just walk 13 miles a day and do nothing else, right?
They said they wanted to do something special as a family. And it's like, I don't know, man, 4 or 5 years old, I don't think you're making memories, I don't think.
No.
Other than when he becomes older and, like, hates his parents, because that's going to happen. He's just going to remember, like, that one summer where they walked a lot. Like, he's not going to fucking remember.
There's going to be pictures, I guess. But
yeah, maybe. I don't
You know
even
what I remember for being 5?
Yeah.
My dad lived next to Prime Time, and he would let me walk to the carry because his balcony faced the Prime Time. He would let me walk to the carry out and get a fucking vanilla milkshake. All right. And that was plenty. I still appreciate that to this day. We didn't walk for 2/3 of a fucking year. Okay.
Dude, I wrote down some facts about the Appalachian Trail because I don't fully know what it is. So
yeah, let's hear it.
It crosses 14 states.
Okay.
Did I write those states down? No. Did I look at really where it was? Also no.
Virginia, North Virginia, West Virginia, Northeast Virginia.
It's on the East Coast. I know that.
Yeah, you said Virginia.
General direction. I don't even know if it goes north or south. I don't even know. Probably.
I think I've skied in the Appalachians. So.
Have you? Well, you weren't 5, so this kid's got you beat.
So
it crosses 14 states. It's a total of like 5 million steps to take, like to get through it. This fact made me literally, I mean, this could have been a mind-blowing fact, honestly, just this fact alone.
Yeah.
With all of the ups and downs on the actual trail, little hills and shit like that, some fucking nerd figured this out. Yep. It's the equivalent of walking up and down Everest 16 times. It's like, dude, fucking Harvey's got to have some quads on him, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be fucking jacked.
Actually, in retrospect, my dad let me walk to get a fucking vanilla shake, and look at me. Harvey's going to be ripped when he's 31. All right, Harvey's going to be in great shape.
Dude, I don't know. He's my fucking idiot of the week because I thought that was a cool story. But also, like, I can't wait for his, like, memoirs to come out where he's like, day 31, Dad's still mad at me for wanting gummy bears at night. You know, like.
It's written in crayon. It's like, here's what I think. I think that Harvey deserves a double shout out.
Sure.
Because his parents 100% took him out there to murder him and hide the body, and he survived. Okay?
Sure.
So
they didn't even have to murder him. They could have just, like, left him, and he somehow, like, tracked them down still. I like to think of that. He turned into Rambo in the middle of this fucking trip.
Day 117, they were, like, roasting mallows on a fire, and he came out of the woods. He's like, where'd you guys go? They're like, oh, fuck. All right, I guess we're doing the whole trail. We'll see what happens. They're just praying a boulder falls on him or something.
Something, yeah. They had a picture of him, like, holding, like, a cupcake for his 5th birthday with, like, a group of people around. Like, I'm assuming it's some sort of cabin on the way or whatever. Sure. And the whole time I was thinking, like, if you were there, let's say you and I wanted to take this trip just as friends, fucking,
we're not friends.
We're going to do it. And we're there, and then somebody walks in with a 5-year-old, I'm going to be like, call social services right now. Like, first of all, they kidnapped that kid for sure. Mm-hmm. Also, if they didn't, he needs to be in a better home because
there's no way.
Why are they out here? What the fuck is going on?
We drove in a truck together for 28 hours, and that's why I don't even have to shave anymore because I lost the rest of my hair from the stress. If Sawyer was in the middle seat, I would have been just fucking pissed the whole time.
Sawyer would have had that, like, plastic sword that he had was almost hitting me in the face for like 3 hours in a row.
He smacked me with it today in the shoulder, and I almost choked him to death. I was like, put that shit away.
So I've talked a lot about how Robbie has, like, a dad voice that sometimes comes out, and it's, like, funny and jarring to me because it's not something I'm used to hearing, obviously. But I think I've done it a couple of times with Sawyer where, like, either you weren't there or weren't, like, paying enough attention, and I've had it already. So, like, I think he was doing something with the sword, and I was like, hey, stop it. Like, I was like, dude, I can't be falling for this at this point.
I was just gonna be like, hey, Jordan, you're not his dad, watch your mouth. But today in the car, I was like, I said something to Sawyer where I was like, you're not his dad. And I think Jordan thought I was yelling at him. So I was like, no, I was talking to Sawyer. And I was like, and Jordan's not your dad. And Sawyer kind of, like, chuckled suspiciously. Is there something I need to know here?
No, man, you're good.
Okay.
You got anything going on? I mean, until the next pod, which is in a couple of minutes, probably.
Yeah, honestly, we should just do them back to back. Change our shirts. Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm working 7 days a week. I'm fucking depressed. Just, like, wish I could find a hole to bury my bone in.
All right, cool.
No, I'm gonna be working, and actually, now that you mention it, this isn't super important. It's kind of lame, and you probably won't be excited about it at all.
I know all about this. Ugh.
On Sunday, I'm recording an episode of Don't Wake Daddy.
Oh, I mean, you mean tomorrow, Sunday?
Oh, like, yeah, tomorrow? Sunday, because today's Saturday. That's right. Yeah, Sunday evening.
On a scale of 1 to 18, how nervous are you that you're gonna be, like, compared to me? Like, you know, kind of. I'm like 11 out of 13 stocking caps that Daddy wears. Nervous, if I'm being honest. So that's hilarious. Oh, dude, I'm excited.
Oh, fuck, that reminds me. I need to know. I got to think of a rating, dude. I'm freaking out. I, like, did a whole segment. Oh God, I was gonna surprise Stuke. He's gonna hear this.
That's all right.
Well, That's fine. I planned out a whole segment for the episode. I'm bringing it because I know you brought it. So I'm I have to.
For those of you who haven't listened to Don't Wake Daddy, first of all, what the fuck's wrong with you? Just do it.
You got to do it. It's so good.
But for those of you who haven't, they have like a very recurring bit of segments, I guess. Not the same ones, but very
they just do
similar.
Little segments.
Yeah, little fun little games and stuff. And so, Robbie knows kind of the idea of what's going to happen, so he doesn't want to go in there with nothing.
Exactly. And I tied it into our podcast a little bit, so
nice,
you'll see.
Nice.
You'll be able to catch that in October, a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. We're going to fucking promote the shit out of it. So.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait.
Nice.
So, I'm actually really I just said I have nothing going on, and my serotonin just jumped because I'm fucking super pumped.
As soon as you hang out with those boys, you'll be fucking jacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The fact we're calling them boys is even getting me excited.
You might be a little tired. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you didn't sleep well. But as soon as you sit down and you're just like, all right, let's do this. Plus, you're a veteran. You've had a mic in front of you for the last 47 goddamn episodes. So
that's right.
You know what to do.
That's right. Oh, I'm so excited. So I can finally say I'm excited to record a podcast.
That's really why we're here. So to just tell you that Robbie's excited for once to record.
We have a lot of podcasts that are kind of like our brother and sister podcasts now, right? Like Don't Wake Daddy, Chronically Inconsistent. What was it called?
Chaotically Intolerant.
Charismatically Impotent. What was it? I don't remember. But we're going to talk about that in a second. But you already heard about it, so we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you on that one. All right, guys.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything crazy? Did you start softball?
No, not yet. I think we're gonna have a practice next week, but I think it starts in October or so.
Are you gonna end up taking it way too seriously, bro?
I don't know, man. Slow pitch is different. Slow pitch is.
Oh, it is slow pitch.
Slow pitch is weird. I feel like I'm just gonna be I'll be fine. I'm not worried at all because kickball, I was like, God damn it, I don't know if my foot is gonna hold up. I just wasn't sure. Plus the ball that was fucking humongous. But I'm not worried about this at all because it's literally something I've done forever. So
of course.
Even just fielding a ground ball, I'm I can't wait to fucking show people that I can actually do things.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. But we got these air races going on here this weekend. I have no idea how it works. All I know is there's fighter jets fucking flying all over our house. It's legit right in our general vicinity because you can see them and hear them. And I don't even know what the sound the plane makes. It's just scary. It's just it sounds like they have a boom box attached to the thing, and it's just so loud. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, they put up these pylon type things. I don't know. I think they might be held up by drones or balloons or something. And they need to literally almost slalom fucking
checkpoints. Really?
It's fucking crazy. I have no idea how it works. A guy at work today, this is so fucking funny. I was we have to cat sit for the weekend. And he's like, you should go to the air races, man. It's a great time. My dad was at the one about 10 years ago when that plane crashed into the crowd. And I was like, what was that? What was that second part you said?
What?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, dude, 2011, there was a plane that just crashed or something.
Dude, on the 10-year anniversary, how insensitive, bro. That's fucked up.
No, when he said that, I was like, well, that doesn't make me really want to go, honestly. I'm going to just leave the town for the
Bro, if you're lucky, you'll get demolished by a fucking plane.
I was like, whoa, okay.
You know what I'm worried about?
What's up?
Is that these planes are flying overhead, probably scaring the fuck out of your dogs, and they're like, that fucking fat bald fuck sent some fucking fighter jets to bomb us because we barked at him. That son of a bitch. They're going to remember that.
Our dogs in Wisconsin act so much differently than our dogs do in Reno.
Yeah.
In Wisconsin, if a dog fucking barked a mile away, they heard it and were like, hey, we hear you. They're fucking crazy. Yeah. Here, They don't seem to care about any dogs. Like, we'll be in the backyard and a dog will bark, and they're just like, no, that's Tom. That's Tom. He's just saying
Little Tom.
Like, they don't care. They don't give a shit about the planes either. Granted, they do hear them. They're not paying attention, but they're not freaking out, which is, I guess,
like my dog impression.
Yeah, no, that's a good one because that's definitely the way that they do it.
Well, weed's legal in Nevada, so that's probably has something to do with it. So.
And maybe we'll have to go that route if they start to notice them. But for right now, I think we're all right. So we're gonna try to check it out either tomorrow or Sunday.
The races, not legal weed.
Yeah, okay. Just the races.
So you've got a whole weekend, just the two of you, huh?
Yeah. And
because it's usually you guys, you and your counterparts, your swings.
Yep. Yeah.
Are hanging out. So like.
Yeah. Jarrad.
Way to go to San Francisco, Jarrad. And what's up, Kristen? Hey.
Yeah.
What's up, Kristen? Jarrad.
She is she piles on. Actually, we pile on with her.
She loves it. She fucking loves it, dude.
The moment that Steph said Jarrad for the first time, we all started laughing.
Yeah.
But then, like, everybody says it, and dude, it's the funniest thing ever.
Kristen was like, fuck yeah. We're going to get his ass.
No, Jarrad. Yeah, it's just us. Steph's got some ideas about, like, how to reorganize the garage and a couple other things that I'll definitely talk her out of because
get back quick, Kristen and Jarrad, because we're not fucking doing the garage now.
She was actually telling somebody while I was there. She was like, "Yeah, I think we're gonna move the garage," and like this is me looking at that person, and I was just like, "No, no." But then
happening.
Steph looked at me, and I was like, "Yeah, that definitely we should do that." But every time I'd look back, I'd be like, "That's not happening." No. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna be sleepy.
It's kind of like your main personality trait at this point.
Pretty much, sleepy, yeah. So. Just sleepy and white and lumpy, and that's the pod, bro.
And that's the pod. Hey, thank you. I was feeling a little down today. I was feeling a little tired. Thanks for bringing me right back up.
That's why I'm here, bro. That's why I'm here. Yep. Always ready to make fun of old people and kids.
And kids. Fuck them. Either end of the spectrum. It's like 112, 4. Die on the Appalachian Trail. That's what I say.
There you go. Send us an email, guys. 2fuckingidiotspod@gmail.com. Thank you guys.
Check us out on Instagram. 2 Fucking Idiots. TikTok. Facebook. The whole 9 yards.
Let us know if you want to contribute to who the episode is named after.
Yeah. Or anything at all.
Yeah. Or just want to say hi or whatever. I mean, we do get some people from time to time, but
let's get to 100 subscribers. How about that?
God. Can you guys just share it, please?
Please
share the fucking video.
It's time.
Honestly,
it's time
take your mother's phone, sign into her, make her an account first of all because she doesn't have one. She's watching ads. She's doing all sorts of dumb shit on YouTube.
Yes.
Make her an account, sign up,
subscribe
to us.
Like and subscribe.
Just because I don't want to buy any followers, and I'm not above it. But I just don't want to do it.
We're getting real close. I'm right on. If I had any money at all, we'd already have 1,500 subscribers. So
awesome. Well, thank you guys for listening.
I love you guys.
This has been episode 47.
Yeah,
Jarrad. And
Jarrad.
We'll catch you guys later.
Okay, see you soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Happy or sad, it's story time with